Warning: this game is being played on the Edge channel due to language, depictions of religion, modesty concerns, and adult themes. Edge rating: high.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Alright. Let's have an uncomfortable conversation now.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
By the way, I do say that from now on, if we want to be funny about correcting someone, we can... What was it? What did the guy say? Something rebuke? Chastising rebuke. Blah, 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 blah. Chastising rebuke.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
And again, I can't avoid talking to the consort because she eventually becomes one of the team members of the game. So, very much like Firefly, she will be on the ship. And I can't talk to this guy because these guys don't talk. You know, it's interesting. So you have this place, it's abandoned, it's functional, comes with its own like repair crew, which are those spider dudes. I had an idea for a storyline that's actually very similar to that kind of concept. That humanity ends up out in space and finds a place, and the place actually like changes its computer interface to look like a human, changes the oxygen, everything, makes everything suitable, and it's abandoned. And humanity just immediately has this idea that, oh yeah, this is here for us. Whereas, you know, people who are a little smarter are sitting here going, why is this sitting here? Why is it abandoned? Is it really a good idea for us to move in and not think about that maybe who made this might come back? And if they don't come back, where'd they go? What killed them? And basically, it's along the lines of that humanity's too focused on, wow, we found this really cool thing, and now we can use it, and it works its way toward us. So we, you know, kind of this feeling of like entitlement to it, saying, well, you know, it changes itself to function for us, and it's destiny. And I was gonna have it be in the storyline that it's like something along the. I wasn't really sure what I was gonna, but basically there was gonna be an ominous side to it of being like, yeah, no, you really shouldn't be here, and you've done moved in. And I think I was gonna have it to where the original makers were eventually gonna show back up and be like, what the heck? Who are all you? Why are y'all in our house? Basically, have it be the we're Goldilocks and they're the bears. But humanity does have in these types of storylines, humanity has a tendency to assume, oh yeah, well this was put here for us.
Query of curiosity.
Yes.
Have you heard or seen anything from Infinite Restrict?
No, not in a long time. I know that when I first started this, and that's our are Canadian, is it not? I forget the handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He let me know that the time zone that he's in, every time I film, I'm starting at 9 o'clock for him. So he tends to not be involved. So.
Oh, he's over on the East Coast then.
Yes. I know my geography. I really don't. That's my weak spot. But yeah, he's.
So, do you have two companions that are NPCs following you around?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get more and more.
Who are they?
Yeah. That lady and that dude. Here, let me look. Squad. Caden is his name. And her name is Ashley Williams.
And what do they do?
Well, she's a soldier, so her skills are mostly just... You can really increase her armor rating and her... She can pretty much learn every kind of weapon and get really good at it. He is what's called an adept. Basically, it's their version of force powers. So you basically train him to force throw, lift people up in the air, create barriers. He can do first aid, which is nice. And I'm playing a guy that's kind of halfway between the two of them. He's pretty good at pistols, and he's got some of the quote-unquote, I don't know what else to call it other than force abilities. It's basically force abilities. So...
And the name of your character is Nathaniel Shepard?
Yeah, the original one's John Shepard, which is interesting because that's the same name as the character from Stargate Atlantis.
Shepard.
Oh.
Shepard.
I never put that together.
Yeah, and there's another thing where the guy's named Shepard, another sci-fi thing. It's like, what's with naming everybody in sci-fi John Shepard?
John
Shepard.
Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard.
I'm pretty sure Atlantis was well before this, too.
Oh, really? I wouldn't know.
SG Atlantis back in the 90s?
Yeah.
I'd have to, yeah. Yeah. So do you think this just totally ripped off Atlantis? It's like, no one's gonna know. People don't watch that show.
Well, yeah, sometimes they just reuse names. Like,
Just-
Eric Foreman was one of the doctors in House, but he was also one of the main characters in that 70s show.
Yeah. Guilty pleasure, that 70s show. I like that show. Horrible show.
Yeah.
Good show. All at the same time. I think, once again, the only reason I like that is because I had so many people, friends in my life that was like, you're that character from that show. So, specifically, Shish Kebab's brother was Hyde.
Ah,
And
I'm not
it was...
stoned all the time.
Yeah, I know. But the whole, like, fight against the man, play it cool by just, like, yeah, whatever. That was so him. And the whole thing about the fact that Hyde constantly was like, they have a car that runs off of water, man. Your brother constantly was like, they have a car that runs off of air, man. And it was like, you sound just like Hyde. And your attitude is just like Hyde. And I was Eric. I'm sorry. Coming in being all mad, like, who destroyed my Lego Millennium Falcon? Whoever did that, it's going to have to put it back together. And it's like, I'm Foreman. I'm most definitely Foreman. Which is interesting. I'm Foreman, but your stepdad was Red.
Yeah,
So,
that is true.
although I would say Red was a little more empathetic than your stepdad. So,
He had his moments.
yeah. Oh, but he also had his moments. But anyway, yeah, we start off with two kind of generic human companions. Later on, I'm going to get a whole bunch of alien companions. So, which I'm most likely going to use instead. Yeah.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Sha'ira. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
Actually, Avina is very much like the idea that I had for the interface. You know, it's weird. There's certain times that you come up with ideas, and then someone will come up with something that you're like, wow, that looks a lot like the idea that I had. And if you ever make moves on, they're gonna, like, if I ever did something that had that, people are, oh, you just ripped this off. It's like, no, seriously, I had this idea before this game came out, but I think it's just because there are certain things that are the zeitgeist, ends up in people's minds and thoughts.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Alright, speaking of the interface, let's go talk with it.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Let's start with the dumb question first.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Kra'hen Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
By the way, so you know Orville? I'm gonna show Orville.
Uh-huh.
The...
Better.
Better Star Trek?
It's a Seth MacFarlane show. Yeah, it's a better Star
Yeah.
Trek than the modern Star Trek.
Right. What's the name of the race that's like all male?
Bortus is the character. I'm trying to remember the race.
Anyway, that race.
Auckland?
Yeah, Mocklin. I think the Mocklins actually were ripped off from this game. Because, to a certain degree. Because, the Kra'hen... It's not that the Kra'hen are all male, it's the Kra'hen are going through a disease that basically kills off all their females, leaving just their males. And it's like... Whenever I heard that from the Orville, I was like, that sounds a lot... I mean, the reasoning is a little different, but it sounds a lot like the Kra'hen.
I only urinate once a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I want you to come witness because it's special. Yeah. Yeah. It's a symbol of renewal. Alright, back to the conversation.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Salarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Basically, they're the same as what 007 would be. That's MI something, isn't it?
MI6?
MI6, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, this game has ripped off a lot of different things.
What game has
Pretty
it?
stamping.
The Solarians, that's from another game, and I think the other species, what do they call them? Ikari or whatever. That's a rip-off from some other game.
The Solarians? What's that from? Are you saying
Solarians? The species name Solarium is Solarians is isn't that the name of one of the species in a game that you and I used to play? I can't remember the name of it now.
What was the main premise of the game?
different species, in essence, trying to become the dominant species in the universe.
Imperium Galactica?
Imperium Galactica. I'll be playing it actually. Wait a minute. You know what? What was that? The spy species? Was that what their name was?
I don't remember. It's been so long
Because
since I played that game.
the Kra'hen, which I always play, are the ones that are the beat everybody up. Then you got the humans. I'm 2 games from now. That's what I'm planning on playing. So I'm gonna look up primary races.
I think one of the species in that game were Solarians.
Was that what they called the humans?
No, they
That's-
were. They call them soul something, but
Are you looking it up or something?
yeah. Races Imperium Galactica 2. Oh no, okay.
Solarian?
Yeah, actually, yes, Solarian. So it's not Solarian, it's Solarian as in soul. That was us.
Yeah.
We're the so it's so close that it might as well be a ripoff. But there is a
Well,
slight difference.
I'm listening to this game, and they keep saying things, and it's like, that's a ripoff from something else. That's a ripoff from something else.
And then the Volus, was that one that you were thinking might be a ripoff?
No. What's the other main species they've been talking about? The Akari or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. There's the Turians, but I don't think that's ripped off of anything. Anyway.
I just googled Solarian, and it's apparently also a gender identity.
Seriously?
What?
Golly. What? I mean, as in, like, I identify as an alien?
No, it's a gender
Goodbye.
thing. I don't know.
Goodbye,
I'm looking more
and
at
thank
it.
you for using Avina. Please enjoy your
Well-
visit to the Citadel.
I think these blue lady things are the Solarians in this game. And basically, their whole thing is that they... Yeah. Okay. Good thing this is on the edge! The whole thing is they can mate with anybody, is the idea.
Who?
And they... Doesn't matter, male, female, whatever. And the idea is that basically they open up and they're... Something about their neural net merges with whoever they're mating with, is the idea. And then they produce a daughter, and it's all daughters. They're all female. And the Solarian is always the one that produces the young, basically. But anyway, I can see how they would like take that as they're weird, and it's all about their whole shtick is all about we can mate with any race and any gender and make something out of it.
Wow.
So, yeah. And guess who the consort? What species the consort is?
Blue people.
Yeah.
Ah.
Anyway.
Star Wars reference.
What's that? What's Star Wars?
Blue
reference?
people.
Blue people? I'm not
No?
tracking with the
Nobody?
reference that. No? Mm-mm.
I can't remember the name of them. The Twi'leks, whatever.
Oh,
The
Twi'leks
Twi'leks are all sorts of colors, but
green, blue,
Oh.
red.
You mostly see them in blue.
Hera is green.
Who?
One of the rebels.
Oh, I don't remember a rebel. Twi'lek.
In the show Rebels.
Oh, I never watched
Cartoon.
Rebels.
Yeah, she's green.
think so.
Yeah. I think you're mostly thinking of the two Twilight twins that were in episode 1 of Star Wars.
Maybe.
They were blue. They were blue.
I only remember them ever being in blue and red, I think. I think I've seen some green too. I don't recall very well.
Jabba's palace was the first time you ran into one. And first was, oh, Jabba Novada guy, which he
He was very white.
white. Yeah. Extremely white. And then the slave girl that was green. So, yeah. Yeah, Twi'leks are kind of, yeah. And it's sort of like the Orion ladies out of Star Trek. They're basically the over centralized characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sci-fi is awesome, but every now and then it has things in it that are just kind of like, yeah, these tropes aren't necessarily the best.
Yeah.
At least with the Orions ones, they finally kind of gave it a take that was like, oh, that makes sense, which is that the way that they function is they're basically sirens that enslave people with their pheromones, and they make themselves out to be slaves, but really what they're doing is enslaving those who they interact with. And it's actually a thing like, no, stay away from them. They'll mess with your head. So.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, I hope you consider joining our socials as well as looking at our other channels and other creators. There should be links to that in the description below. Also linked below is a link to my Rent a Cyber Friend, where you can come talk to me personally for a small fee. Now to do this, you need to be 18 years old or older. If you're not 18 years old or older, you need a guardian to log you in and then stay in the room as we talk. If they're not willing to do this, I'm sorry, we can't have that conversation. Just a reminder, the question for this run is, what iconic ship, other than a Starfleet ship, would you like to captain or be a crew of, or just ride in? And then with each subsequent episode, which ships that aren't quite as iconic would you like to see in a game that you can pilot or crew or so on? And keep them coming. Now, even though I didn't mention it, I do have a ship for you guys to guess, and my hint is this. My ship that I would like to captain is one where the pilot is fused with the ship. Admittedly, I have other ships I would love to pilot, but I picked this one. Hopefully you can guess it. As always, I will post the answer in the comments 24 hours after I've posted the last episode of this run. Well, with that, I've been your host, Next Gen 8, and I look forward to the next time we play.